Hi, kindergarten. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I just want to go over really quick what we're going to be doing in school this week. For art this week, we're going to be doing puppets. In Accelerate Ed, it talks about making a sock puppet, but if you want to use a paper bag, make a paper bag puppet, make a popsicle stick puppet, anything like that, totally fine. For language arts, it is L week, so we're going to be learning lots of L words. There are no new sight words for this week. It's just a review week, which is good. The story you'll be reading this week is called Lemons and Limes, two of Mrs. Jameson's favorite fruits. And then you're going to be working with verbs this week. Verbs are action words, things that you can do, like swim, fly, skip, hop. Okay, all of those things, ways that you can move, draw, those are all different verbs. In math this week, we're going to be working with more and fewer. We're going to be sorting again, and we're going to be counting different groups and sets of things. Science this week, you get to do a listening journal. So you get to go out into nature, out in your backyard, your front yard, hike in the woods during the daytime, and you get to listen and write down what you hear. And then you also get to go outside at nighttime and listen again and see if you hear the same sounds or different sounds, if you hear any animals. And also in science this week, you get to write a bird story. So a story about if two birds were talking to each other, what they might say. And grown-ups, this is another time where you can use the highlighter. You can have your kids dictate the story to you. You can do some kid writing with them, which would be great. Or you can even do the share the pen where you write most of it and they fill in the words that they can. All right. And then finally in social studies this week, we're going to be starting with the book or the story The Zacks by Dr. Seuss. I do have that in our Bitmoji classroom. It's on our bookshelf, so you can listen to that. And we're going to be talking a lot about conflict resolution, which is a big fancy word that basically means how to get along with other people. So if you and your brother or sister or you and your friend are playing and you start fighting about something, what are some ways that you guys can work together to get past it? Things like being a good listener, hands are for hitting, or hands are for hugging, not hitting. Don't hit your friends. Talking about your feelings, things like that. There's also a portion in social studies about maps. You're going to get to start learning about maps. Something called the compass rose, which is about north, south, east, and west. So those are kind of the Accelerate Ed things. For Flipgrid this week, you are going to get to use the folder that I gave you. And in here, on this side, there is this little packet. Okay, this says selfie. So here you get to draw a picture of an elf, whatever you want. It can be a red elf with a pink tutu again if you want. You're going to name your elf. You're going to talk about what your elf is really good at doing, what's its specialty, and how many years has your elf been helping Santa? So though you write a number. And then on the inside, this is an elf application. So it says name and date. So that's your elf's name. And which job does your elf want to do? Does he want to work in the toy shop, work in the bakery, or wrap gifts? Does your elf like Christmas? What's your favorite toy? What's your favorite baked goodie? What kind of wrapping do you like? Can you work long hours? And here you will draw what you will create in your new elf job. So if you said you wanted to work in the bakery, draw something you're going to bake. If you want to work in the toy shop, draw something, a toy that you would make. All right. And then when you're done with this is what you're going to share on Flipgrid this week. All right. So you can tell us about your elf that you made and all of the fun things that he can do or she can do. All right. Seesaw this week, I have a noun and verb sorting activity where you get to kind of talk about the difference between them. And then I also put a little tree in there that you can just use the drawing tools with and decorate it. And then small groups this week. Monday is kid writing for everybody. So everyone, we're going to do kid writing Monday. And then each day of the week, there is a small group. So check the email that I sent out that has your small group day listed. Hope everyone has a great week, and I can't wait to see you in Zoom. Bye-bye.